Howdy YouTube. Today I was at the reject shop of all places and I happened to come across these. So I guess we're taking a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Force Awakens. We've got the Sith Inquisitor from Star Wars Rebels. We've got the variant, Sith Lord from the new movie. And we've got the man, Han Solo. Now I'm going to review the fifth brother Inquisitor at a later stage. I'm going to stick to Kylo Ren and Han Solo for this review. And I guess the reason I'm going to leave this one to a little bit later is I'm currently watching Rebels Season 2. And when I get finished with that, I'll know a little bit more about the fate of this character, so I'll review him a little bit better. So with that, we're taking a look at the father and son dynamic duo, Kylo Ren and Han Solo. Two cool characters. I'll be honest, I really enjoyed the latest Star Wars movie. I know some people criticize it for basically just being, essentially the same movie as the original Star Wars, and yes, I accept that, but at the same time, when you take into account the fact that they had to expose a whole new generation to Star Wars, I'll give you a classic example. As a kid, I grew up watching the Star Wars movies. My sister, on the other hand, wouldn't know what it is. But with this new movie, she was able to see it, get exposure to it, and it sets up a whole new saga for her. And same for a lot of other younger kids in there. So I'm very keen to get these opened up. I'm interested to see how this one compares to the masked version of Kylo Ren. I love the masked version. Really, I thought the movie took a huge nosedive when he took the mask off. He went from this awesome, powerful Sith Lord, you can see the face at the top there, to kind of a cowardly, whingy, whiny sort of sport brat, which I wasn't a fan of. Anyway, let's get both of these opened up and out of packaging, just so you can see nice shots of Han Solo and Kylo Ren on the side. On the back, we see the other figures that you get in the set. I've been hunting everywhere and cannot find for the life of me the Riot Gear Squad Leader Stormtrooper. It's on eBay for sale. I know I can get it any time, but I kind of want to wait and find it in store, and no one has it. So if you know where I could pick it up, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. With that, let's get both of these opened up. Okay, and here we have both figures opened up and out of packaging. And honestly, they've done a really good job with these. I think they nailed it. The face scans on these look ridiculously accurate. We'll start with Han Solo. Loving the appearance of him. I really enjoyed him in the new movie. He's not a character that I particularly liked, mainly because Harrison Ford, when he bagged all the Star Wars fans and things like that, I think he made a really stupid move doing that. But anyway, that's a side rant. In terms of the actual face, they did a brilliant job. Nice detail, nice colouring on the hair. Definitely looks like an older, wiser, more mischievous Han Solo. I rate the Rebels bomber jacket as well. That's pretty sick. He does have a little bit of a gut. Hopefully you can see on the side there, which is appropriate. He's an older smuggler, so it does look good. The figure itself reminds me a lot of the ones I had as a kid in the 90s, the old Kenner Star Wars figures, and that's because you only get a swivel head, swivel arm, and swivel in the leg, so a very limited range of articulation, which is what we got in the basically up until the early 2000s. So we've gone back to that, which I guess is a little bit of a gripe. But having said that, the price point on these figures has gone down. At least the price I paid was $7 each, which is pretty good. It's a lot lower than the standard retail price, so I'm fairly happy with that. Overall, Han Solo, pretty cool figure. Next up, we have Kylo Ren. Now, I thought this was going to be just a straight-up reissue of the other Kylo Ren figure that we got, just with an alternative head scan, and it turns out it's actually a completely different figure, and I will bring in the masked variant so you guys can see in a minute. But they did a great job. You can see he's posed in this sort of walking fighting stance. Nice detail on the cloak and the cape. It is made out of the soft plastic. It does come off fairly easily as well. Revealing, look how dweeby he looks. He reminds me of, I think that's why I didn't like him when he took the mask off. He reminds me a lot of one of the wizards from Harry Potter. He's in like the first movie. Is it Snape? Professor Snape? That's, to me, who he reminds me of. Yeah, 100%, absolutely. They did do a really good job on the face, though. That is one thing I will give them full credit for. They nailed it. He does look like the dweeby Kylo Ren that we got towards the end of the movie. The rest of the figure is fantastic. Tons of great detail. Nice work on the belt. Nice effects. The sculpt is really good. One of the bad things, I guess, is that you get this sort of thing happening at the bottom. A higher price point, but a better quality figure I think a lot of fans would appreciate. I know they've got the Black Series, but something for those that collect the 3 3/4 inch figures would be appreciated. Same as Han Solo, swivel in the head, swivel in the arm, and swivel in the legs is the articulation that we get. Again, just for comparison, you can see the difference there. Two very different sculpts. Same limited articulation. If I had to pick one, hands down, I think I'm going with this one. The masked version just looks so much sinister, so much cooler. He was great in the parts of the movie that he had the mask on. I thought he was really, really good as a villain. Yes, he got his face injured towards the end of the movie, so hopefully he never has to take the mask off again. That would be excellent, but I haven't got my hopes up. A really cool looking figure. One thing I love is the pre-posed hand position that you can get him in. That looks really good. You could set that up, have him fighting some of the other figures that they've released, and he would not look out of place. So it is a decent enough figure to warrant picking up, especially at the price I paid. Even if you pay a little bit more, it's Kylo Ren, it's the main villain, you've got to do it. Overall, two fantastic figures. If you're a big Star Wars fan, then no questions, absolutely do yourself a favour and pick these up. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the review on the Hasbro Star Wars The Force Awakens, the Sith Lord Kylo Ren, and Han Solo.